Hi, I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president. Democratic Party presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr., in an obvious attempt to curry favor with conservatives and libertarians, says that he's not going to go out and grab people's guns if he's elected president. But then he says in an interview that he gave recently that if Congress enacts an assault weapons ban, he will gladly sign it. You see, this notion of a president going out and grabbing people's guns and taking them away is ludicrous, and Kennedy knows that. That's not the way it's done. The way it's done is they simply make it a felony offense to own an assault rifle, AR-15, AK-47, or any other gun that they want to ban. Then, in that case, the citizen is placed in a very difficult position. Does he keep his guns illegally, secretly, and thereby subject himself to the very real possibility of a felony prosecution and conviction in federal court, and then a 10 or 20-year jail sentence in a federal penitentiary? Or does he simply surrender his guns to the government? And I think many Americans, if not most Americans, would turn in their guns. They're not going to take the risk of a felony prosecution. Now, it's instructive that one of Kennedy's idols is President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt, of course, was the president that foisted upon our nation the welfare state way of life, which is one of the reasons Kennedy loves the guy. He loves the welfare state way of life. But let's keep in mind that Roosevelt was also the guy that confiscated people's gold. Now, I say confiscated people's gold. He didn't go out and grab people's gold any more than Kennedy would go out and grab people's guns. All he did was simply make gold ownership a felony offense, subject to 10 years in the federal penitentiary. They actually prosecuted people. The Justice Department went after people who were caught keeping their gold. This had been the official money of the American people for more than 100 years. It's the money established by the U.S. Constitution. And they went after people, prosecuted them in federal court. Well, that's exactly what they would do with guns. They would simply target people with a federal criminal prosecution. And so what happens with this type of gun control? All you're doing is disarming the citizenry. You're depriving people the right of self-defense against the likes of murderers and rapists and robbers and the like. Because those kind of people are not going to comply with the gun control law. And then let's also keep in mind that in a society where there's strict gun control, where the government owns all the big weapons and the citizenry are not permitted to own high-powered weaponry, those citizens inevitably become nice, compliant, good little citizens, submissive citizens, just like they are in North Korea and Cuba, where they thank the government for giving them so much freedom. As we libertarians understand, the right to keep and bear arms is a critically important factor in a free society. Among the worst things that the American people could ever do is permit any of these big government liberal Democrats grabbing our guns through felony prosecution. I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president. My campaign website is jacobforliberty.com.